Hey everybody, welcome back to the Managing with Mind and Heart podcast. Ethan here. So today I have a bit of a different episode to share with you. What I'm sharing with you here today is a snippet of a live workshop that I recorded with a group of leaders from a variety of different organizations several months ago. So these leaders, they attended our signature leadership development series online, and this series is called, Managing with Mind and Heart. Go figure. This online workshop series is something that we hold several times a year for any leaders from any place to sign up for. And so again, I'm going to share with you a snippet of this workshop today. And over the next several weeks and months, I'm going to continue to share more snippets of this workshop. So I hope you enjoy what you're listening to. And by the way, if you're maybe interested in signing up to attend our Managing with Mind and Heart workshop series online, would love to have you there. Go ahead and just go to our website, nashconsulting.com. And if you hover over the offerings tab, you'll see a button that says Managing with Mind and Heart Online Experience. This is always a fun time. We love holding these workshops online. Again, just leaders coming from all different walks of life, some brand new leaders, some that have been managers for many years, and they bring so much wisdom to the table, and it is always an awesome time. So hope you'll consider signing up and enjoy the episode today. Oh, and by the way, we've edited out any voices or comments from any of the participants in the workshop. So you'll just hear me talking. You're not going to hear any of the interaction or questions or group work that happens all throughout this workshop series. All right, enjoy. Let's talk about this concept called the Peter Principle for a moment. So the Peter Principle essentially was an observation that in almost every single organization, employees tend to get promoted until they reach their level of incompetence. In other words, you're a really great accountant, so you know what? We're going to reward you by making you the manager of accountants. Because, the exact same skill sets that made you a great accountant are the same skills that are going to make you a great manager, right? No, of course not. Basically, it's welcome to management, good luck. And we're not going to give you any skills on how to be a manager. Now, I'm not saying this to shame anybody that might be a victim, for lack of better words, of the Peter Principle. Right? I want to again point that this happens in almost every single organization. So I want to normalize this. Right? But we have to understand, now that we know more about morale, that this is something we have to work on if we want to create those workplaces that I think we all want to work in. So what is the antidote to the Peter Principle here? All right, what can we do about this whole, hey, welcome to management, good luck thing? It's just focusing on leadership. And this has a few parts. Right? So I know we're kind of talking at a higher level in an organization right now, but it means like, hey, let's at least hire or promote people that already have management skills or that we see that they have the potential to be good managers. Let's start there. Let's not just promote people based on they were really good as an individual contributor in that role, because those skills might not translate. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. The second piece here is this some sort of onboarding process for our managers and leaders, right? This is, again, everything from a good onboarding process, meaning, hey, here's what it means to be a manager here. Here's what's going to be expected of our managers, to having managers go through a leadership development training course, maybe like this one. By the way, I don't mean sending managers from a team or a whole organization all off to a bunch of different management courses. What I mean here is that we're actually saying, hey, together, let's figure out how we want to manage and lead the people of this team or this organization. The other piece here is what I would just call sustainability with the leadership work that you're doing. Right? We want to continue to make sure that all of our leaders continue to be on the same page and speaking the same language in terms of how we want to manage this organization. We got to make sure that people are consistently using the skills that we've set expectations around. Things like that. Final piece here is just there has to be some accountability. Right? Let's not just assume that all of our managers are doing just fine. Right? Let's make sure we're actually checking in and holding people accountable to the expectations we've set of how to be a manager. Right? This often means evaluations need to include some sort of management skills. So all of this to say, the Peter Principle is a thing, right? And it's not a problem unless we don't address it, right? And how we address it, as we've discussed now in several different ways, is we have to have our managers and leaders skill up on how to manage others. Now, the deal here, folks, is that all of these things are, of course, important for ensuring that you have managers that know how to manage well, if you're in that type of position. But again, morale is still your job, right? Regardless of the Peter Principle. You may or may not be properly equipped to manage people. Maybe nobody's holding you accountable to these management skills and behaviors. Morale is still your job. The way that I'm approaching this conversation about leaders and managers is that I see them as one and the same. Now, obviously, this course is specific to people that actually have kind of direct reports that are people managers. But I find that to be an effective leader, you really have to have good people management skills, right? Regardless if you have direct reports or not. Right? You have to be able to manage the dynamics of people, right? And vice versa, right? To be an effective manager, you have to have some of those, the literature would just call kind of leadership type skills, right? To drive people forward, to set vision, to rally people. And so this conversation, managers, leaders, I'm seeing them as one and the same. But I think you need both. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Managing with Mind and Heart podcast and listening to a little piece of our live recording of the Managing with Mind and Heart workshop. By the way, if you've ever wondered what some of our live virtual workshops are like, I hope you got a little bit of an idea for it here. Again, I encourage you to consider joining the thousands of other leaders that have participated in this workshop. And to do so, just go to our website, nashconsulting.com, and register for our next live series. All right, peace.